What's going on, Laker fans? My name is Noel Sanchez. You can follow me at Noise by Noel, and welcome back to the Lakers 248 channel. I am joined by some very esteemed experts. We have a lot to talk about today. Welcome to the show, Alex Kirschenbaum, very esteemed writer from Sports Illustrated All Lakers. How are you doing today, my guy?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. And I'm also joined by Ricardo, buddy, Sandoval. You can follow him at _Ricardo San on Instagram and Twitter. How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Finally talking some Laker basketball. It's been a while, and we're only about, 22 days away? I'm excited, man.
Magic number right there. It has indeed been a while. It's been a couple weeks since we've been here, but we are very, very excited as the season gets closer. This is the show you're going to want to tune into, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video. Just make sure you stay tapped in, showing us some love, and we're going to be bringing you guys all the information that you need. And guys, we have some breaking news to talk about today. Early this morning around 6:30 a.m., I opened up my phone. Not only did I see Woj letting us know what happened, I saw Alex Kirschenbaum letting me know that the Lakers signed Jared Vanderbilt to a 4-year extension worth $48 million. Alex, what's your immediate reaction to that signing?
Well, it's a severe overpay, but they're doing it to keep him rostered instead of letting him get to free agency next summer.
I feel, buddy. What'd you think about when you saw that?
Yeah, just overall, I think I'm pretty happy with it. He's still a very, very young guy. Defense is the key. You know, with Darvin Ham, you need to play defense. And yeah, Alex, it is an overpay, but sometimes I guess you need to do that sometimes. But overall, very happy with it. I think he will play a key role on this team, whether he is starting or coming off the bench. Just overall, happy with that.
Yeah, 100%. I think when we first acquired Jared Vanderbilt, the majority of NBA fans looked at him as someone who was able to bring energy to a game, someone that could guard the 1 through the 4 positions. Maybe he struggled a little bit against true fives. But, I mean, you got to take what you can get. The Lakers were at a very desperate point in the season. And I think when you saw the trade package, when you get a D'Angelo Russell, a Malik Beasley, and a Jared Vanderbilt all coming to your team and kind of changing the entire roster, it was a no-brainer. And me just looking at his production from last season, seeing that he brought some things on offense, some cutting, some being able to get to the rim, but not necessarily a jump shot. I was looking at hopefully a 4-year, $40 million deal. So in my eyes, it's about an $8 million overpay. But, I mean, when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, the type of money they have, the type of market that they're in, I'm not too upset about it. Mm-hmm. Alex, what do you think his role is going to be looking like next season with this new contract?
It's funny, before we started recording, I was talking to you guys about how I was sort of laying out the front court, trying to figure out the depth, and I forgot to include Jared Vanderbilt in my list. Yeah. He was really valuable in the regular season. He was like a total sort of mood changer on the defensive end. He can guard 1 to 4 pretty convincingly. He can't really defend centers, but guarding 4 positions is a very valuable skill set for a 6'9" guy, and he's really athletic, and he's got some room to grow, hopefully offensively as well as defensively. My big concern is he was so useless by the end of the playoffs. His minutes went way down throughout the playoffs from 24 to 16.5, and he couldn't shoot. He shot 4.6 points a game on 40% shooting, and he was a healthy scratch in the last game of the season, Game 4 against the Denver Nuggets, in favor of Rui Hachimura starting, but he didn't come off the bench. So I don't know what his exact role is going to be. I think they're probably going to try to justify the money and play him big minutes to start the season, and I don't think that's how it's going to end, I guess is my prediction.
Yeah, when you look at the type of offseason that Rob Pelinka has, the type of money that he was handing out to different young players, Jared Vanderbilt is now going to be among those guys that they're going to be throwing out there, kind of hoping that they get the most bang for their buck. And I'm looking at some players right here that are going to be making around $12 million, similar to Jared Vanderbilt. I see Robert Williams, Paolo Banchero, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, Bobby Portis, Chris Boucher, Richaun Holmes, James Wiseman, just a lot of young players, a lot of guys that are already contributing to teams. Buddy, what do you think about Jared Vanderbilt's role heading into the new season?
Yeah, man, his role, I think he could maybe get some spot starts from time to time. I think he is going to be coming off the bench. I think it all depends on what Darvin Ham wants to see in the beginning of the year. Does he want to start the game on a defensive note? Does he want to go more offense? I think that just outranges. And then we also, too, got to see how that three-point shot that he's been working on, that I'm pretty sure all you guys seen on Instagram, on Twitter, and all that, how that's going to translate into training camp, with the Lakers. So I think his offensive game is going to be huge for them if he can provide that, especially those corner threes that many teams left him wide open in. I see him maybe 18 to 20 minutes a game. Then again, it depends who we play. You know, he did some really good work against Stephen Curry in the playoffs and against other guards as well. So I think it's all situational. But I do expect him to have a big role, especially defensively as well, which was one of the main reasons why he was packaged in that deal that back in February.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, I think defense is where he's made a name for himself, but ultimately that offense is what's going to keep him on the floor come playoff time, come those midseason games where the Lakers are going to be fighting for a top 4 spot in the Western Conference. But I mean, just looking at how he's improved over the years, I don't think he's gotten enough credit for what he's been able to do. He started with the Timberwolves in the 2020 season, and he shot 20% from 3 in 64 games. The next season, it got a whole lot worse. With the Timberwolves in 2021, he shot 14% from 3. There's not a whole lot of players reaching that level. That's like bottom of the league right there. But then once he went to the Utah Jazz last season in 2022, he shot 33% in 52 games with them. And then when he came to the Lakers in 26 games, he was able to shoot 30%. So obviously it's below league average. People are not going to be respecting that. But like we said, if he gets up to that 35%, 37% around league average, that's where he's really become respectable. Alex, do you think that's going to be the case? Is he at least going to be able to be hitting from the corner?
I don't trust him. He took 2 attempts a game in the playoffs, and he converted 24.1% of his triple tries. That was his first it was the second playoff where he played like a major role after the Timberwolves in 2022. Didn't attempt a 3 in 2022. I don't know. It's tough to say like a guy that's never shot better than 33% in a season is going to be a consistent corner 3-point shooter in the playoffs when it matters most. I don't really think he's going to have much of a role in the playoffs, but I think the regular season, sure, he can have some games where he like randomly has a nice night. I forgot about the Stephen Curry coverage. That's a good point, though. He is valuable defending tough guards.
Like you said, 1 through 4, that's where it really his versatility comes in, and I think you just hope that he's going to be able to replicate that on offense. He's going to be able to serve like different roles. He's going to be able to bring a whole new skill set that we haven't seen from him just yet. I think working with Phil Handy is going to really help him. He's been at it all summer with Rui Hachimura. You see, even when they're overseas doing different tours, they're putting in work together. And that's something that I'm excited about this Lakers squad. I think everybody's going to be really tight-knit. I think pretty much everybody outside of probably LeBron James, Anthony Davis, even them have something to prove. And I think these Lakers team is just going to be really hungry to show the world what they can do. I mean, like you said, just looking at that front court depth, Alex, what are you thinking? What do you think? Do you think Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, how are all of those guys going to fit into Darvin Ham's game plan?
Well, we've heard a little bit about the Lakers being interested in starting Jackson Hayes alongside Davis so that Davis can move to the power forward spot. I don't love that idea, especially with the talent elsewhere. I feel like you'd want someone that can shoot a little bit more next to Davis, so Hachimura or Christian Wood would make more sense to me. In terms of Vanderbilt in that rotation, I see him slotting in as like the third power forward, like I would say start Hachimura and then Wood backs him up or Taurean Prince backs him up. Taurean Prince could play some 3, some 4. But I like Vanderbilt over the flyer guys, the 2 former lottery picks that the Lakers added in Jackson Hayes and I guess in Cam Reddish, who could play some small forward too.
Right.
So yeah, I sort of see Vanderbilt being breaking glass in case of emergency option as the season goes on. I don't love the deal. Definitely.
I feel you on that. I think like we were all talking about before, I think the Lakers definitely have an argument to be one of the deepest teams in the league. When you have someone who just signed a $48 million extension and you're not exactly too sure if he's going to be getting big minutes, I think that says a lot about the team that you've been able to compile this offseason. Rob Pelinka, he's definitely getting the argument to be executive of the year. I think it's long overdue, the moves he's been able to make for this Lakers team ever since LeBron James and Anthony Davis came to town. But we're going to get into a little bit later just about how deep the West is, where the Lakers are going to stand. You can read all of our work on the team, on this new signing, everywhere else on alllakers.com. Do you guys have any final comments about Jared Vanderbilt, buddy? I know that's your guy. Are you excited to see what he's going to bring this season?
I am, man. I'm very excited to see what he can do. A very deep team here, possibly the best team he's going to be on. I'm just excited more on offense as well. I'm more bullish on it than maybe Alex about his 3-point shooting. I feel like he's going to increase those numbers. I mean, he's not going to get like so many attempts as well, but if he can maybe get 3 looks, knock down 1 out of those, I think maybe that could be a game changer, especially against a tough Western Conference. Very, very bullish on Jared Vanderbilt and just the Lakers overall.
Definitely. Alex, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're a numbers guy. We all know you for that. You're a stats guy. Give me the perfect stat line and the perfect ideal season for Jared Vanderbilt if everything pans out good for him.
That's a good question. I think let's say something in line with his output from last season in fewer minutes, because I don't think he's going to get 24 minutes a game.
No,
I think, let's say 18 minutes a game, like Buddy was saying, and then like 7 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a block. And then we need him to hit, I guess 35%. So basically like 40% from the corner threes, and then just like occasionally when he's wide open at the top, making one. So yeah, I think something like that would be ideal. I mean, he was really fun to watch in the regular season. It's clear he's got vulnerabilities in the postseason when everyone's better, and the bigger guys are playing more minutes. So long term, I'm not sure I love the fit, but if he can surprise us, then at least he's a tradable asset,
Definitely, I agree. I think just looking at the entirety of the Lakers season, when you have someone like Jared Vanderbilt who just got paid, having another reason to come out and show the Lakers why he's going to help them try to win their 18th championship this season, I'm very excited. I think one thing that I want him to work on outside of his shooting is his finishing, because like you said, being a smaller guy, 6'9" forward, coming out of Kentucky, playing alongside big and talented players all his life, I think that he should be better at finishing at the rim. I think there were a lot of times where he would get to the paint, he would try to throw it down, he would try to finish with his left or his right, and it was pretty way off. So I think just outside of the corner threes, if he's able to get into the paint and shoot like 70% from inside the paint, 70% from that 2-point range, that's going to open up a lot of opportunities for him. But my name is Noel Sanchez. This is the Lakers 248 crew. Make sure you're staying subscribed all offseason long. We're only 20 days away, so that is not too far away. We're going to be having giveaways. We're going to be having all these fun videos. Make sure you read all of our work. We all work for a top 3 Lakers site in the nation, alllakers.com, Sports Illustrated. I'm with Alex Kirschenbaum. I'm with Ricardo, Sandoval, and we'll catch you guys next time.